Welcome back, everybody. This is Cosmic Houston. This is my third attempt at making this particular part. In the last part, we defeated Erwin and saved the world, and no one seems to care. And in this part, we're going to be carting around this little guy on our quest to find the remaining wisdoms. Now, even though Matilda was made into a wisdom, we don't actually have to go find her. And even though there are 7 wisdoms, or 6 wisdoms, and I believe we still have 3 left to get, we are actually only going to be looking for 1 in particular. And it is Pocohel, the dream teller, or the fortune teller, or the storyteller, or the... No, there's a famous person with the last name of Teller, and I don't know their name, so I can't make that joke. But he's actually around here in Lumina, and he won't always be here. I'm not entirely sure what will cause him to be here, other than there's a quest we're going to be doing in a little bit that will that he makes reference to when we talk to him right now. So he's here right now, so that's a good thing. So let's talk to him. I'm Bud. I kind of be a great wizard. You're never actually going to be a great wizard because you never pick up experience because you're too stupid. Hello, Bud. The goddess is always doing her best to help us. All we need to do is find out what she has done for us. Thanks, Pocohel. If you could go to the underworld alive, would you? No. Yeah, sure, why not? You may fall down there if you're low in spirits. Just be aware of that. And he's alluding to us going to the underworld. Now, what we actually came here to do is talk to this guy, unfortunately. So we meet again. I want to go to the Mindas Ruins. I heard rumor of a psychokinetic flowerling in the ruins. I have to go see him. Let's go together. But I don't want... Fine. Say goodbye to that one. We won't get along. Yeah, sure. And Bud just teleports out of here. And we need to go prove that the psychokinetic flowerling isn't real, even though we have seen him countless times. And by countless times, I mean at least 1 time. So let's go to the Mindas Ruins. And this brings up a point that I'm trying to make, or I made at the start of this episode. I have been trying to record this for the past 3 days, and each time it fails, I get sad, and so I don't attempt again in that day, which is why there's been a little bit of a lapse of videos. There's the Mindas Ruins. I'm pretty sure that I have been projecting my hatred of this place so much that my software gets the vibe that I hate this place and it just decides to shut down. Because I had gone quite some time without anything happening, and for the past 3 days in a row, trying to do this one quest, I have had it crash each time I finish, and I don't know what it is. I think there might be ghosts in my machine that are telling me not to do this, or something to that effect, because it's just absurd and annoying. But anyway, we're here in the Mindas Ruins, and I actually don't really mind this place that much. In fact, I started off thinking that I hated this quest because I remembered it being a pain in the neck, but I've done this 3 times now, and it's actually really easy. And I'm going to demonstrate just how easy it is by doing it for you, and hopefully you'll actually get to see it this time. And it is very warm in my room. The AC in my house is currently broken, and I know I really shouldn't be complaining because I'm sure there are plenty of people who don't actually have ACs. But what's fun is that it's currently about 81 degrees in my room, and I figured, you know what, that's not quite warm enough, so I have closed my doors, I have turned on my computer and my PS3, which both spit fire like they just blew a demon, and so I'm assuming, or I'm betting it's probably going to get up to about 85 or 86 by the time I'm done here. And I actually just took a shower, and I purposely made it as warm as possible, because stepping out of the shower, I actually cooled off quite a bit. And so, that's where I am right now. In case you were curious, I am currently squeaky clean. And completely ignoring the fact that we are heading to the psychokinetic man, who's over this way. There he is. Psychokinesis is wonderful. Here he is! We'll be rich if we catch him and put him on display. And a chase ensues, and our character just stands there with a very serious look on his face because he knows exactly what's coming next, which is super psychokinesis, which sounds fun, but it is not fun. It will add a slight wrinkle to the puzzle of this zone, which we will be showing off in about a couple seconds after we take down this rook. No, knight. Is that actually what it... Oh, it's not. Can't see what it's called. Just looks like one of those chess pieces. You know the ones. Of course you know the ones. Everybody knows what chess is. So, as you can see, we have gatekeepers here. But there is only one as opposed to the regular two, and that is the little wrinkle that Super Psychokinesis puts on this place, is that it removes one of the gatekeepers so that one of the gates is always going to be closed, I believe. I'm not sure if you can find the another gatekeeper somewhere else that will move the other gate, but we only moved one gate, and so our choices are extremely limited as to which direction we can go. Now, when I was a kid, this used to give me a slew of problems because everything looked roughly the same, and I was unable to keep track of my directions. Actually, kind of think of it, I think the two gatekeepers that we just went to control the same gates, so that proves that theory or disproves that theory. But anyway, this used to just give me so much trouble because I was unable to keep track of the directions that I was heading in, or the fact that I was actually in a different area and I couldn't keep track of the gates. And it's just, when you're a 10-year-old kid with the attention span of a goldfish, it's just too many things to keep track of, and it wasn't fun. But now with 3 simple gate movements, we can finish this quest with relative ease, which is a good thing because nobody likes Nicolo, and if you do like Nicolo, I feel sorry for you, but you're wrong. There's no other way to put that. You are just wrong. Every decision you've ever made in your entire life has not been correct. Simply because you don't like one character in a video game. Because that's logical. Also, I decided what I'm going to do with the special techniques. Although, we're now at the end of the quest, so maybe I shouldn't be getting into this right now because it's a pretty long-winded... You know what, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to unlock all of the special techniques, and then at the start of a video, once I have unlocked... or at the start of an episode, once I've unlocked all of them, I'm going to go through it the same way I did the abilities and explain how to get all of them, and it's probably going to be incredibly boring, and then I'm going to be showing them off, even like one at a time, even if I'm fairly certain I've shown them all off, with the only exception being flying saw blades, because I know for a goddamn fact that we have seen that at least once, and then that'll be the end of it, and I'll set up all of my special abilities the way that I want to. And I have no idea how Nicolo still thinks he's a fake, even though he saw that. We all saw that. Seeing is believing unless you're a rabbit. But anyway, yeah, that quest used to take me about 10-20 minutes. And we are finished with it now. We now have a story to tell our cactus. And he'll be so happy to hear from us. I imagine that this is the highlight of his day. If you spend your entire life in a pot... There was actually a poem I read once about that. But if you spend your whole entire life in a pot, I imagine that hearing stories is probably the highlight of your day. And as you can see, Bud made it safely back because he teleported. So let's see what this guy has to say. Talk to him. I couldn't have said it any worse myself, sir. And unfortunately, the next quest in our line of quests is a little longer than I would like, and given the fact that the last episode was about half an hour, I don't really want to have 2 long episodes back to back, so I'm going to call it an episode here. If you like this part, please hit like. If you want to continue watching these episodes, I would recommend subscribing. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, you just want to give me a pat on the back, leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.